Okay, so let's see how to build the FAQ page by adding bookmarks in the website. Okay, this is a basic blank page except just one h1 tag. I'm going to save this page as bookmarks.html. This is my day 3 folder. Let me create day 4, and inside day 4 I'm going to save this file. Some of you I have seen you create pages as day4.html. Don't do that. I'm creating folders to store whatever files we are creating for the whole day in this particular folder. Okay, that is a use of it. So we can later on recall all the files easy. Right, so that's my folder and that's my file name. Again, some of you are still following the bad practices of saving file names in spite of repeatedly recommending. Okay, I've told you, don't give the spacing between the file name. Okay, so if you have a word, don't save it as book space marks.html. Spacings are not recommended even for the image names or the file names. But again, when I go back and on your desk, I see you still go back to normal and give spacings in between. Okay, if you keep that bad habit continuing in future, you will see you will struggle a lot. So try and keep building that habit right from now. Right, that's my bookmarks.html. Quickly, I'm gonna run it in a browser. And all it shows is the FAQ as a heading 1 and the title in the title bar, learning bookmarks. That's all. Okay. Now here, next to H1, we are going to create a simple FAQ page. Okay. If you want to make it to the complicated levels, you can add a full table, and in the tables you can add rows and cells to add questions and answers. It's up to you. Okay. I might quickly revise that as well for you. So those who want a revision on table, I'm just quickly going to design a table with a width of, let's say, 500. Okay. Align equals center. All right. And border equals 1, just to show you. Okay. That's the open pair of my table tag. That's the closed pair of my table tag. Now, the top first tag we add is the row. We close the row tag, and in between the technique or the design we will have for FAQ is we don't need columns, because each row of our table will have question, second row will have answer, or each row first will add all the questions, and then at the bottom we can add answers. So it's up to you how you want to design. All right, I'm going to design with each row in my table. First, all the rows will have only questions. Okay, and rest of the rows at the bottom will have the answers for it. Now, the first row, TR, if you just want to add one cell and not many columns, we technically add a TD. That's the open and close pair. And what should go in this TD? As per the contents, we are going to only display question. So I'm going to display in this TD, copy and paste, question 1. Okay. Now, this is a sequence we're going to follow for each row. That's the first row. Copy that row. Paste it after the closing of the first row. And in this TD, what you're going to type? No, question 2. First, all the rows in the list will have questions only. So this is the second row. Only one cell, which will have question 2. Let me copy this row as well. Paste it down. And I will have question number 3. Okay. Same thing, copy, paste. This time, we will replace question 3 with question 4. Sorry, I didn't copy the correct codes. I'm just going to copy. Okay. And I'll just do question 5. So we have a full set. Paste that from my notepad. Copy question number 5. And replace it with the content. If I'll save this, check my page, this is how the table appears. You have a heading, and a table is aligned center, 500 pixel as a width, and these are all your TR and 1 TD. So 1 TR will give you 1 row, and 1 TD will give you 1 cell inside the row. So that's it. This is the only combination we have for all the cells, and you can have as many you want. In the same table, we are going to continue add another TR and 1 more TD. So that what can we do here? We can start putting the answers there. Okay, so the table will keep growing. Now to finish that off, again I'm gonna go back quickly. And let's just get TR. Open and close your TR. 1 TD. Right? And 5 answers, so we need 5 of these pairs, right? So I can just simply copy these blank ones. 2, 3, 4, 5 to make it more simple, right? And in each of them, we can go back between the TD, and from the notepad, let's take the first answer, paste it. Let's get the second answer, paste that answer as well. Third answer, fourth answer, and fifth answer. Okay, now save it. Let's check the page, and that's how your page looks. Okay, list of questions at the top and list of answers at the bottom. Clear? Still, the length of the page is not enough, because you can see there is no scroll bar even up to now, because my screen resolution is too big to have that many contents. But technically, once we have this, to test it, we can add some extra bit into it. I'm just going to copy the whole TR up to the last TR, paste it 2 or 3 times, so that I will just have a repetition of same thing, just to get some scrolling in the browsers. Okay, you can see now I've got same rows combinations scrolling all across. Okay, now let's say this is the page, and instead of doing all the question links together, I will just have this question 1 as a hyperlinked bookmark, and when we click on it, I want this page to scroll down and should show us these bits of answer spot. Okay, and then we'll have a go to top link here, so when we click on it, the page will go and show the top of the page. Okay, for this we use same anchor tag, so I'm gonna go back and replace this first question with the anchor tag. So if I go back, scroll up the page, spot your first question, we should be right after the first table tag. That's your table tag, that's your first TR, that's your first content. Right? Now what you do is here in this TD, add a tag, open, and after the text, a tag, close. Okay. But what we want is when we click on it, we want this a tag should get connected with one of the bookmark in the page. All right. But we can't connect unless until we have a bookmark created as well. So I'm gonna scroll down the page and I'm gonna find where do I need to connect. Let's say I want to connect it with the bottom of the page somewhere here. Okay. For this TD, the last TD in my table. Now here you add a tag, open, a tag, close. That's it. Okay. But because we want to connect to this bookmark point, in this a tag we use an attribute called a space name attribute. Okay. So this is to add a hook. Now this is the hook name, which is a name equal to anything you want to name it for. Okay. So if it is for answer 1, you can put name as ANS1 or answer 1. Okay. Right now we are connecting at the bottom of the page. So I'm just going to put my a name equals bottom. Okay. Now we know we have a bookmark called bottom somewhere within the page, at the bottom of the page. And we're going to go back and keep scrolling our bookmarks. Go to the top. And that's the first question which has a tag. Now in order to connect this a tag with that bottom bookmark, in this a tag we write a href equal to, generally for page to the other page we write the name of the page, correct? Within the page links we write href and the name of the bookmark. What is the bookmark name? Bottom. But just to scroll it down and connect with that named bookmark, we write hash symbol. Okay, hash is just next to the return or the enter key on your keyboard. Okay, now we write hash, bookmark name is bottom. It is case sensitive, so make sure whatever name you have given at the bottom, it should be correctly written here after the hash. Right? So we have a hyperreference is hash bottom. Hash normally creates links within the page. Okay, and we connect it with this particular spot within our page. Let's save it, and if I'll check the preview of the page, now do you see the first link is converted into hyperlink, but it is connected to hash bottom. So if I'll click on it, do you see the scroll bar scrolled automatically? Now obviously there's nothing to show here, but at least it will lead you to your answers. Our answers are very small, so we are seeing everything else together anyways. But this is what the question comes for bookmarking. This is what is being expected from you. So far we have done only 50%. What we have done is the questions we have linked with the bottom of the page. From here, how I'm gonna go back to the question again at the top? Exactly the same process, but in a reverse order. Now you create the name anchor at the top and link that name anchor with hash attribute at the bottom. So I'm gonna go back in my page. This is the top of my page, right? Somewhere here I will create another link called a name equals, you can write top, fit enough. Okay, let's close this a tag. There's no contents in it, but we are just using it for adding a name anchor. We can, yeah, we can enclose the whole thing if you want, because this is not a hyperlink, so the TR will not look anyways like that. No, because it has to be a tag. Yeah, it's a hyperlinks tags. I'm just adding a simple a name equals top. There's no link on it, but I'm gonna copy this. Let's go back to bottom. Now here we want to display some text. So in this last cell of my table, I'm going to add some line break, BR. Okay, one more BR so that we can have two breaks. And after adding two line breaks, here I'm going to add a tag with the, what should be the property here now? Attributes. Yes, a href equal to hash top, because we want to connect it with the name top. So we say a hash top, and what should be the text between the a pair? Anything you want to display. Go to top, right? Save it, refresh. So we connect the first link, it goes at the bottom, and you see there's a name anchor, go to top. So when you click on it, it goes to the top. So top to bottom, bottom to top. Easy link, right? So let me see quickly why the break tag isn't working. Any reason? BR. Oh, sorry. So mistakes can happen. There you go. That's a correct BR tag. Refresh. There you go. Go to top. Goes to the top. That's the presentation. Hope you can practice that yourself. Let me stop